Luft aufgelöst!
I am a massive World War II history buff. This is my book collection, and they are not just there to make me look cool. I've read all of these books several times over in some cases. Pegasus Bridge and Band of Brothers by Stephen Ambrose, Arnhem and Stalingrad by Anthony Beevor, to name just a few. I have also played nearly all the Medal of Honor games and was a big fan till 2010's Risible Warfighter killed the franchise. So Medal of Honor Above and Beyond has been ported onto Quest 2, a monumental feat in itself considering the PC VR game was a whopping 170 gig install. The Quest 2 version is a slimmed down 40 gig install and costs nearly £30 in the UK. Quite a tight fit for all the 64 gig Quest 2 owners out there who only realistically have 50 gigabytes to play with. But have Respawn fixed the game? I was not a great fan of the PC version. The campaign was very patchy and unengaging, and the multiplayer was jittery with poor frame rate and empty servers, so basically died on the day it got released and never recovered. Can Respawn save Medal of Honor, or are we bound for another Warfighter debacle? So there are two parts to this review, and I want to address them separately. They are the single player and multiplayer experiences. First off, the single player experience. The game is a direct port of last year's PC VR version, which I referred to in my review as, well, I wasn't very kind, to be honest. When it launched, the game was broken, with some very poor missions, too many loading screens, unskippable cutscenes, turgid dialogue, and some very bad level designs. You know a game is shitty when you fail a mission by putting a pastry in a bin. But it had its moments, and when they were good, they were very, very good. Storming Gestapo HQ in Nazi-occupied France, the race to rescue your Maquis comrade on a speeding train, attacking the V2 factory in Belgium. Brilliant. So what has the Quest 2 port brought to the table? Unfortunately, more of the same. Respawn have ported the complete Medal of Honor experience to standalone Quest 2, but they haven't fixed the actual game. Yes, it runs on Quest 2, just. During the Pont de Hoc level, I almost puked because the frame rate dropped to about 10 frames per second. It did run much better when you were inside. The Gestapo HQ level ran well and looked very pretty. So yes, the game is fully intact, but they haven't tried to address the actual problems that the game had fundamentally, and it is this. Medal of Honor is not a particularly enjoyable game. There are too many turgid missions, there are too many turgid cutscenes, the graphics are sometimes laughable. Use the Vino brothers as an example. Why is everybody taller than you are? How can you possibly fail a mission by putting a pastry in a bin? But at least you can now skip the interminable cutscenes, or most of them, which is a bonus. So we'll take a deep breath. I said this was a review of two parts, and here it is. Multiplayer.
Woo! Wow, this one's big.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Die, Peaches!
On PC, the multiplayer experience was broken from the outset, very poorly optimised, and even on launch day, the servers were empty and the game basically died on day one. But with the massive Quest 2 installed user base, I think the multiplayer can save Medal of Honor because Respawn have got the fundamental gameplay absolutely spot on. The multiplayer has 5 different multiplayer modes. I played Team Deathmatch and had an absolute blast. It wasn't perfect. There were frame rate stutters, some things you think you can shoot through, like trees and metal fences, you can't, and the servers were still not full. But the gunplay in Medal of Honor was always its strongest point. Respawn have nailed down the weight and feeling of firing World War II weaponry. The violence and kick of those weapons feels authentic and satisfying. If Respawn can keep an enthusiastic and involved user base, then they are on to the winning recipe that this game needs. The single player campaign is throwaway. If they can maintain and grow the multiplayer aspect of the game, then they are on to a winner, and I think Medal of Honor can become my favourite game for multiplayer action. I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to regret it, but Medal of Honor multiplayer can become the Call of Duty game that we all want in VR. It is that good. Build it out. More maps, more customization, more progression. All the assets are there, so just go and do it, Respawn. I really enjoyed the multiplayer aspect. It has massive potential. But is the game worth buying just for the multiplayer alone? That's a tough one. I bought the original on Oculus PC, so got this via cross-buy for free. So for me, yes. Would I recommend you fork out nearly £30 for just the multiplayer? That's a tough ask. It really is, especially as that part of the game needs work to make it better. Hard to recommend at that price. Maybe wait for a discount code or the Black Friday sale. What do you think? Have you played the game on PC VR? Do you think the campaign was good, or are you more excited for the multiplayer? You know the drill. Get involved and comment down below. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. This is the best book ever written about infantry combat in the Second World War, and it is With the Jocks, A Soldier's Struggle for Europe, 1944-45, by Peter White. Peter White and his account of landing just after D-Day, then fighting in Normandy and on through to the end of the war is just incredible and should be compulsive reading for every school child so that they realise what those incredible individuals did for us. I've linked it in the description down below, and you can get it on Kindle as well. So just go and read it now. It will change your opinion so much about what you now see and think about that incredible period of human history.